covering every county. This is your statewide newscast, Arkansas Today.
Breaking news into the newsroom. Little Rock police are on the scene of a bank robbery in West Little Rock happening at an Arvest branch inside Walmart Supercenter on Shackelford Road. That's right in the heart of West Little Rock.
And we are waiting for police to give us more information on the suspect. We will update you when we learn more.
A bipartisan act of Congress is helping a rural Garland County church move one step closer to owning the land where folks have prayed and buried loved ones for 80 years. Good afternoon. Thanks for choosing Arkansas Today. I am Aaron Nolan.
And I'm Mallory Brooks. Good afternoon to you. Politicians passed a bill last week that allows the Walnut Grove community to exchange land with the current property owner, the U.S. Forest Service. Price McKeon explains why the church needs to swap the land.
Off Highway 298 in the small Garland County town of Jesseville sits Walnut Grove Community Church and Cemetery. After Sunday's service,
Ray of Hope.
Trey Bassett explains how an act from Congress is the first successful step to solving a decades-old problem.
We want to cut a tree, it's got to go through a timber sale. If we want to add a building, we have to get permission from the Forest Service in order to make any changes or any improvements to the land.
The deacon and treasurer explains the church and cemetery sit on land owned by the U.S. Forest Service, a federal department that didn't exist until after 1938, when the two were already here.
This is the young kids classroom from like first grade to sixth grade. We just need more room. As you can tell, it's just kind of, this is also my office.
And it's the youth storage room. So to grow and make more room, the congregation proposed what seemed like a simple solution, a land swap.
If there's a difference in the price between the two lands, we have to make the difference up and pay the government for that. We're not asking anything for free.
The church would give the government 6 acres nearby for the 4 acres where they worship.
In reality, the government will get 2 more acres than what this is.
And it's been anything but simple until U.S. Representative Bruce Westerman stepped in to help.
I know in God's will and God's time it will pass.
The act passed, but their faith continues as they need another bill to pass.
And like Price said, the bill passed in the House of Representatives, but a similar new bill still needs to be presented, then passed onto the Senate. If both pass, the president would have to give the final okay to move forward.
A Jonesboro man killed in downtown Nashville. Police started chasing a teen in an alleged stolen car. He lost control, drove onto a sidewalk, hitting 24-year-old Corey Taylor of Jonesboro. He died at the scene.
Once he was in the car, I mostly just trailed to get law enforcement, give them updates, the mile markers we were at, and then, they ended up, Metro Police Department ended up doing their job and getting him.
Officers say the 17-year-old was arrested and charges are expected.
2 officers in Northeast Arkansas suspended after testing teens for alcohol, but it's what they are accused of not doing that has the officers in trouble. Saturday, officers smelled alcohol where the teens were hanging out in Caraway. About 25 teens were given a breathalyzer test, but officials say the tubes were not changed out between each test. The officers were given a 3-day suspension without pay. No teens were arrested or cited.
Over the weekend, an East Arkansas community remembering a lieutenant killed in the line of duty last year. There was a Heroes Appreciation Night at Newport High School. Fire, EMS, and military were all awarded in a pre-football game ceremony. Organizers presented the First Lieutenant Patrick Weatherford Hero Award. You may remember Lieutenant Weatherford was shot and killed in the line of duty last June.
He would always go above and beyond for you, and now to try to do that for Patrick, it's pretty awesome.
The Lieutenant Weatherford Hero Award was presented at halftime. In addition to the honor, Newport Elementary School students handed out letters and cards to everyone in uniform.
Former First Lady Hillary Clinton is in Little Rock today for the opening of a new exhibit at the Clinton Presidential Center. The White House Collection of American Crafts 25th anniversary exhibit includes 73 works created by 78 of the country's most famous craft artisans. The exhibit will close in March of next year. And happening today, President Trump will host a Hispanic Heritage Month celebration today at the White House. September 15th to October 15th gives the nation time to celebrate the Hispanic culture and its people. As a part of Constitution and Citizenship Day, the U.S. swears in 31 new citizens from 25 different nations as U.S. official citizens. And Michael Moore's newest documentary, Fahrenheit 11/9, premieres tonight in D.C. The film is a political documentary following the election and presidency of Donald Trump. It will be released throughout the country on September 21st. And TV's hottest night is here. SNL's Michael Shea and Colin Jost will host the 70th Primetime Emmy Awards in Los Angeles. The biggest battles being over Best Drama, Lead Actress in Comedy, and Reality Competition. You know I'm rooting for This Is Us.
I knew exactly where you were going. This Is Us. On this day in 2011, the Occupy Wall Street movement began with hundreds of protesters in Lower Manhattan. The two-month event brought worldwide attention to economic inequality. Just 2 years ago, terrorists began a two-day bombing campaign around New York City. The perpetrator was sentenced to multiple life sentences. No one was killed by any of his 9 bombs.